We in there.
Good afternoon. What's up, y'all?
Hey,
Yo, yo,
hey.
yo, yo.
What's up, sis?
I'm ready.
I missed you guys. Has it
I
actually been
know.
a month since we've done this?
Yeah.
It's been a minute.
It's been a month. It's been a month. A big month.
It went by
Oh,
fast to me.
You said what?
yeah.
It went by fast.
It did. It
Like,
did.
it's March already. That's crazy to me.
It's crazy. Yeah. Knowing that literally we just came out of snow. Well, whatever snow was that we received. That was not snow to me.
Thank God.
I don't like snow. Y'all like snow? I
Not
don't
at all.
I can't stand
Listen,
it.
I've learned to embrace all seasons. So my ideal season, of course, is spring and fall. I love those seasons, and summer. I don't like
Okay.
winter, but I've learned to embrace
When
all
were you
seasons.
born, Sharita? When were you born? When were you born?
Where?
When?
She's a winter baby.
I'm a 70s
Oh,
baby. Yeah. Oh, yeah. 70s baby. November.
November.
Actually,
Okay.
Mm.
the year I was born on Thanksgiving Day.
Oh.
Just
My
like
mom,
go.
no, my mom said that they had to bring her turkey and dressing and all of that stuff to the hospital.
Wow. Now that's a memory.
Yeah.
That's a memory. That's just like me. I won't never forget January 6th. Ever. That
Man, for
that
real.
insurrection. I will never
Never
forget
forget.
January 6th. That's
Wow.
when all the folks tried to run up in the Capitol.
They,
Oh,
they want us
okay.
to forget. They want us to forget like never. I'm treating
Mm-mm.
that like 9/11.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
But
Never
oh
forget.
well. Oh well. So yeah, so everybody had a great weekend so far.
Yeah, I'm still breathing. I want to go skating again. I went skating Friday night.
You and that skating, man.
I'm getting better, man. Those indoor wheels are a lot different. They're a lot different, but I'm getting used to them.
You need to send me a link because you're making that very inviting.
I always post when I'm going, so I'm trying to get a little skate crew together.
See, I'd be scared, man. All this extra pandemic weight. I didn't drop. I'm not dropped. Well, I am dropping. Fingers crossed. But
Yeah.
like all of this pandemic weight, I be feeling all out of balance, man. Especially when we went to your sister's birthday party. I tried,
Mhm.
bro. It's like, ooh, Lord, if I fall and bust my tail, I'm getting off these skates. That's it.
You know what helped me? YouTube has been my best friend when it comes to that. Like I learned a lot from watching YouTube videos, and now I follow people on Instagram that are skaters. So the videos make a big difference.
Yeah, it's a popular world, man. When you really don't know about it and you go into it, it's really, really a popular world.
Then they have different styles, like the Chicago style, the Detroit style.
Mhm.
I'm seeing a lot and learning a lot. The Atlanta style is different. So
So, Nikki, real quick, I want to make sure that we are streaming in the group. Can you?
we're on the common denominator on Facebook and on YouTube.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Yeah.
Are you
I
able
don't
to
see
see it
myself.
on your phone, Nikki, on the common denominator?
Yeah. It's
You
on.
can?
I'm looking at it right now.
No way.
You tap on
I don't.
Oh, it's
they,
different. Remember, you
they
got.
tap
Oh, I
picture.
forgot. I forgot. You got to tap the picture itself. I forgot.
But I actually wrote it on the post.
Oh.
So that's why
I,
I wrote it on the post. Tap the
I
picture.
forgot. I
Mm-hmm.
was like, oh yeah. I'm glad. Listen, now you know this is the second time we used this, so we know.
Yeah,
We
we on here.
okay. Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Okay, we good. So what we talking about today, y'all?
The pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
A year later, dude. Mar-
Still instructing or not?
March the. I am not as much as I was. I am. I mean, it don't stop no show. You feel me? I mean, it's just like you just adjust and move on with it. So how have you all how have you all been adapting to this?
Who's going first?
You.
Jumping.
I'll go.
I'm
Okay. The pandemic has been a whole year. I actually thought it was the 17th, but my Facebook told me that it was the 19th. It's been a whole year. We did that joint class. And for me, it's just been a learning experience, learning how to be a better instructor. I think before the pandemic, I still kind of had my toe in the student realm of, like, I was still acting like a student in my mind, but the more
Mhm.
I've been forced to teach alone, I've been forcing myself to learn how to actually be a better instructor and like
Mhm.
pause and show different movements and break things down and speak more. I've been forcing myself to get out of my shell because I'm more of an introvert than anything. So been forcing myself to get out of my shell, buying all this new equipment, learning technology, just learning new things, going on YouTube and learning how to post and what times to post and what sites to use. It's just it's been a big learning experience, but the best thing about all of this, besides the worst thing was just, all of the death and everything, but I'm just happy that I've learned to adjust, and I'm still learning, but I'm learning to adjust, learning to be how to be a better instructor, learning how to take constructive criticism, learning how to take the feedback and adjust and do better. So
Mhm.
it's been working out. That money been adding up. I mean, as far as spending, I've been spending more than I've been getting, but I think it's going to work out in the long run. I think it'll be beneficial in the long run.
Yeah, yeah. I well, not as much as you, Nicole, but starting to break the chains off from where we were before. Because remember, I told y'all I wasn't doing pretty much anything for real, for real. And
Mhm.
now it's like a slow run, getting it back going, getting the emails out again. We're doing like little welcome videos just to tell everybody, hey, look, we're still here. Let's go, So the classes are starting to pick up again, which is great. I really, really enjoy it. The only difference for me is regaining my confidence with doing this again. And that's just honest because I found myself looking at my weight gain and looking at the things around me, how slow things are, how sensitive things are, how tight things are. And it's like, do I really want to keep doing this? Because we are in a completely new era now, right? But I go back and I look at all of those old videos, man, and I'm just like, you know what? I ain't done with this yet.
Yeah.
Not done with this yet. So getting that going again, it's been my challenge. That's what this whole year has done for me, is getting myself in the mindset like, okay, Jonas, you think you're done, but you're really not done. So you know what to do. Just go ahead and do it and get this thing rolling again. So that's where I am with it. And yeah, we use the Band app. Y'all use the Band app?
I don't.
You heard of it?
Yeah, I've
I
heard of
have.
it.
Okay. So D from Booty Bounce Fitness
Hmm.
a
Hey.
while ago. Yeah, D. He told us about it a while ago, and Rico uses it for the get down portion,
Hmm.
right? I use Zoom for the strength training portion. That's
Hmm.
amazing that we have all of these these options now.
Yes.
Pull from. Forget Facebook. Ugh. I use Facebook when I can or whatever, but Facebook snatches too much off and all of that. So going to these other apps made it more personal and more intimate, which I really enjoy. So that's what we've been doing. Mhm. What about you, Sharita? Where you at?
Wow. So a year later, we actually just celebrated March 18th, 2020 was my first virtual class ever.
Oh,
And so we just
wow.
celebrated a 1 year milestone, and I immediately kicked into gear. Um, with my virtual classes, the virtual platform, and it was truly a trial and error situation for months. But just the thought of not working out and not meeting up with my clients, my sisters, just didn't settle well. So I kicked in right away with my virtual platform. And for the first 6 months, it was free. It was, we would just meet and we would work out. And for 6 months, it was free. Hello, we got some shout outs coming in. And then, 6 months later, I implemented a more structured platform. And it has been going very, very well. I was even able to expand. So pre-COVID, I was only teaching at that time 2 classes a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays. And it was dance fitness, Zumba, and mixed fit. We would do Body, which is a brand of my own. It's Body, BODYY, and it stands for Built on Determination. Yes, and it's our strength conditioning, endurance training class. And so we would try to squeeze it in like 30 minutes before the dance class or 30 minutes after the dance class to try to get in some strength training, because we know as women, as we age, we definitely need it. Weight, adding weight to our exercises. And so post-COVID, I went from 2 classes to 6 classes a week, and they're all different classes. So we have our dance classes that are still the same 2 days, Tuesdays and Thursdays, but I added a chair workout class. I added a cardio express class. And these classes are only like 30 to 40 minutes, if that. The dance class is a little longer, but the other classes, I've kept them really short, but to help people get in the routine of being consistent with their exercises. So the pandemic has been, these aren't my words, but they definitely apply to me. I heard somebody say, if COVID ain't bring the hustle out of you, the hustle was never in you.
Come on. My hustle was dormant.
That COVID definitely has helped bring the hustle out of me in this fitness room. So
that's really good though, because if I feel like if you are a true hustler, and of course we mean hustler in the best of terms.
Yeah, legal.
We mean hustler in the best of terms, but it's like if you are a true hustler and you really want to make something work, no matter what comes around you, you're gonna make it work. It's like being a chameleon, in a field of flowers. You think, ooh, I should write that down.
Hey, write it down. Hey, that's word.
You gotta adjust and you gotta adapt. And I think that's the one thing that that we all share in dealing with this fitness room, the ability to adjust and adapt and becoming very creative. Pop-up classes.
Very,
you know what I mean? Like finding ways to keep people engaged and wanting to be involved and active. I remember it wasn't until the other day that I was reminded when COVID first kicked off. I did this Keep It Moving campaign, and we would get up at 7 in the morning and walk, for like 30 minutes. It lasted a couple months, and of course we started to phase out, but we had a Keep It Moving campaign. Let's get up, let's walk, let's keep it moving, because we didn't know what to expect, what was happening.
Nobody did.
How long things was going to be the way that they were at the time.
A lot of people thought that it was just going to be
a week,
months, or a week, and then we'll be done. Nobody imagined that we'll be here over a year.
Right.
Where we are. And the thing about it is, in history, we're not the first to have this ever happen.
Right.
We're the first with all the technology and everything, but we're not the first to ever have something like this happen. So with this, I feel that we have more an advantage than our ancestors did, You know what I'm saying? We at least have this. They didn't have that.
They have.
So if they didn't see their family, they didn't see the family. You feel me? And my thing is, at least this be somewhat of the loneliness, you know. But other than that, yeah. So let's kind of dive into the nitty gritty of this pandemic. Have you all really seen a dip in your income from this pandemic, or have you seen a rise in your income?
I haven't seen a dip. I work for the post office, so I still get my postal income. But I've seen a little rise in my fitness income, even though I spend money on equipment and subscriptions so that I can record and post what I use. Like I use StreamYard, so I have to pay for that service.
Mm-hmm.
I still pay for my Mixed Fit certification.
Mixed Fit. You pay for Mixed Fit? I don't know.
I pay for Mixed Fit because even though I don't go on the site and I don't use their routines, I still pay for it because I'm still certified. And I'm
Certified, right?
But I don't feel like I'm a real Mixed Fit instructor because I'm not real lit.
Baby.
I'm not real, hype. I'm more chill.
Yeah.
So I don't feel like a real, like I like the classes. I like when I go to, like, if I go to an event and they're doing it, but I don't really feel like I'm a authentic Mixed Fit instructor per se. I feel like I'm a dance fitness instructor, but like I don't do the A and I don't like go on their site and get their routines. If I do a Mixed Fit routine, it's I feel old. Like it feels weird to me. I'm 41, but like it feels weird. Like I'm not like that's not my personality, basically. So it doesn't feel authentic. It feels fake when I do it because that's not how I am. But if I go to a 3 Live Crew event or something like that, I'm like, hey, whatever, because it's more fun. Like they're younger than me, so I don't know. It just feels different when they do it. But so I pay for different subscriptions and my certification. So I am coming out of the pocket when it comes to equipment. Like I want a new speaker, but like I did add another class. I added a morning class because I had been wanting to do an early morning class, and I was like, maybe I could do it in the gym, but I don't have this certification or that certification. And I was just like, you know what? Let me just do it on my own. Like I have a basement, I got a speaker, I got a phone at the time. So I use my phone, my speaker, and set it up. And I've been, trying to work that, rearrange the room, pick different sides of the room so that there are less distractions and things like that. So like Sharita said, I've added a class too, and that's been beneficial for my pockets and for me, to build my brand up and to try different things. I added on more toning exercises because I kind of got bored with just dancing all the time. Like, we need to tone as well and switch up. So
yeah. What about you, Sue?
So I've honestly been truly blessed because even when I was not charging, people were donating. And as you guys know, a wonderful community, Sunshine Fitness. The women are so wonderful and so committed, and so supporting. Yeah,
tight.
And there are several women who were determined to make sure that I did not fail. I can honestly say I don't do this all by myself. I really don't. I manage a lot, but from my family to my jobs to my other personal businesses, and so there are people who have stepped up even without me asking, and just I guess seeing my effort, seeing my drive, seeing my love for this, and have helped me. And so because I have that help, I have been able to grow. I've been able to reach a wider audience. I've been able to bring in new clients. So I have not seen a negative impact in income from the fitness arena. I do, as Nikki have shared, I do have some overhead, paying for certain things. But yeah, I've been blessed to have a consistent, steady flow of income from it.
That's what's up. I when we started, we were getting donations too, and it was really interesting because people were supporting, and I was like, wow, this is really, really cool, right? And then when we stopped in October because it got dark.
Mhm.
It was like, no, we got to go back in. And it just gave us a chance to take a break because throughout almost 10 years, we never took a break. So,
Right.
nuts, dude. So it gave us a chance to go back and figure out, do we really want to keep this rolling? Do we really want to keep this going? And sure enough, yeah, we do. So coming back and having people to actually pay for the classes now, that's different.
Yeah.
That's different because you get to see who is really supporting you, I would say. Because we have a lot of support, whether people that come to class or not. We all have support.
Right.
It's a different type of support when you have someone to pay for your sessions and pay for your classes. That's a different type of support. So when you have somebody that comes in and say, hey, I want to do 10 classes with you. I want to do a month. I want to do whatever with you. That's a different type of support. And we have seen that. We've seen a little fluctuation with us. But, other than that, it's fine. It's fine. And we also work with kids. We work with kids. Yeah, we've been doing this for about 3+ years. We work early learning child centers.
Oh, good.
Yeah, we do about 20-25-minute sessions with them twice a week. And
that's awesome.
It's income too. That's income too.
And I will say, when I decided, like I said, I was doing 3 classes for 6 months, and when I decided, because when we do this because we love it, right? And if I could, I would just give it away, right? But I had to realize that, okay, yes, this is my business. It is a business for me. And the amount of work that it takes behind the scenes, some people, y'all know, but some people may never really understand the sacrifices that we make and the time that we invest behind the scenes to present whatever we're presenting when we do present it, whatever class or what have you. But I will tell you, when I decided to go to a paid platform, I was nervous. And yes, I have great support. I have in all arenas, financial, not financial, I mean, just whatever. I was nervous. I was not sure what to expect. Because when you're giving somebody something free for 6 months, and then you want to turn around and say, okay, now I want you to pay. I want you to pay me for what I've been giving you for free.
Yes. They're like, oh,
you don't
I'm going to go back and look at all them 6 months that you did for free. I'm going to look at them.
Right. So it was not as seamless as it sounds. It was a lot of processing and thinking and what's the right approach. What can I offer? So and there's some people who, even though they have one of the best platforms as far as a fitness company, that the income flow kind of fell back some. Yeah. And there's some fitness instructors who had to go and find other means of income.
That's right. That's right. And there's nothing wrong with that. I know it does something to you when you're doing it in the entrepreneur spirit. You're doing it that way for so long, and then you have to go back into the workforce. It does something to you, makes you feel somewhat of a failure. But it's just like, no, you're not. No. Number one, the rent is due, the mortgage is due, the bills are due. Think about that.
That's right.
It's a failure. No, it's not a failure. You have to make ends meet. Sorry. Go do what you got to do and do what you love too.
Yes.
Find that balance,
Right. You just utilize your time wisely, and that has been my part of my conversation with a lot of people around me and my family. Okay, so yes, we're in this situation, but what are you doing to utilize your time wisely?
Right.
And as fitness instructors, okay, you may not be able to go and teach a class in a gym like you were. Or like for me, I was private. I've always been private and on my own, renting a space and so forth. So that wasn't, I don't have that option right now. Matter of fact, I was in a school. So y'all know one of the first things that shut down were the schools. Right. And so they were shut down. My school was shut down really quickly. And then the truth of the matter is, I don't know if they'll ever be open to us coming back. You know what I mean?
A lot of places are like that, yeah.
Right. So it's like, okay, we're in this place, but how are we going to utilize our time wisely? How are we going to prepare for what's next, even though we're not even sure what's next?
Yeah. And it's like one location I'm looking for. I'm hoping that it let us come in. Oh, please let us come in. But I'll let you
write it down.
Listen, you right about that.
Well, I would say, Frances, she's my biggest supporter. I love when she comes to class.
I love Frances, man.
Every morning class she's there. She paid for the whole month for her classes. She's super supportive. She supports all of us.
She supports all of us.
I appreciate that. But even though I don't get a ton of money in fitness, I'm using it to prepare myself for the future, for preparing myself for different certifications that I may do. I'm using this as a foundation to build on my career. So for me, like I said, I have a full-time job, so I'm not really, focused on the money, because I don't really do this for the money. I do it because I love it. I've always loved to dance, and this is a way for me to share that joy with other people. For me, it's therapy. Dance is everything. But I'm just using it as a foundation. I'm using it to help other people. People are taking this class for free, mostly because I post on Twitter as well, and it's hundreds of people on there. And I know all of them may not be working out, but the fact that they can sit and watch and maybe get some kind of joy or some kind of inspiration out of it, that seems to be the most important thing for me right now. And I think I'll focus on the financial benefits later on. But right now, I'm building a clientele. I'm just trying to get myself out there because I'm still new in it. Y'all got those 10 years, y'all got the decade. I'm still.
That don't mean nothing.
But do you think that being a fairly new instructor, do you feel as though the pandemic has helped you, or do you feel as though it has limited you?
At first, I looked at it as a negative thing because I was just now, building up my class at the gym. And then all of a sudden, the pandemic happened. I was just starting a new class in DC and I only did 2 before they had to shut down. So at first, it was a negative thing. But I think about the extra morning class that I added. And I'm thinking about the different equipment that I bought and the different techniques that I'm learning through YouTube and through my 5 Below books. I'm thinking about the benefits and not, focused on the negative part of losing students.
5 Below books? What 5 Below books?
Oh, look, I was right. Let me tell you, 5 Below is my favorite store. They have weights, they have yoga balls, they have straps to stretch with.
Whoa, I didn't know that.
Let me tell you, I use these to make up my routines.
Wait, that's 5 Below?
So when I create my my toning routines, I use these books. When I create even my dance fitness routines that I create, I use these books to, just put the moves to music. So I'm taking advantage. I'm learning and
look, now I'm thinking.
Man.
Look, what do they call it? You need to be an ambassador for 5 and Below, honey, because you be on it and sharing and letting people know, hey, you can get this from 5 and Below.
Right? That just really opened my eyes right there. That really
anytime I pass a 5 Below, I'm gonna make a U-turn because I always find about even clothes. I find workout gear.
Oh yes.
T-shirts that I cut and turn into crop tops.
I love the T-shirts.
Everything
they fit so well on my big body.
Just don't dry them. Don't put them in the dryer. That's all.
Oh no. I shrank like a mug.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Jonas, question for you. Do you feel like you're starting all over? Do you feel like you're starting from just ground zero from the very beginning, like
with everything?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
With the
yes.
With
yes.
everything.
Everything. It's like it's like everything when it comes to I mean when it comes to dating, when it comes to the fitness world, when it comes to I mean, how about this, y'all? I'll give you this. This is you will know exactly what I'm saying. Being able to bench 225, right? Being able to bench 225. Great. Cool. Not being able to do 25 push-ups. That don't go together, right? I had to work my muscles again in order to reach the 25 again. Now 50, now 75. Okay. I had to do that. The thing about it is, Sharita, it's so hard. Oh, it's so difficult because it's like you're so used to one thing. And then all of a sudden that thing just gets snatched away from you, no matter what it is. And you're just like, all right, okay, I got to really start this all over again. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Like I am starting over. Yes.
Yeah. And even what about like getting your clients engaged and motivated?
It's like starting an old car. You're trying to like, come on, baby, I'm here, baby, come on, you know. And the thing about it is, yes, we've gotten hits, you know, saying, hey, when are y'all coming back in person? Because a lot of people in this pandemic are going stir crazy. They want to get out. Have y'all been watching the news?
About what?
Miami Beach and all that.
Oh, yes, they had a curfew.
Yo, when I saw it, of course, you know, they're not going to show it on the news, but you sure to find it on Instagram and Twitter and all. You'll see it. Crowds of people because they want to get out. So getting them back engaged, we have a few that's been constant. I want to give a shout out to one particular couple, Diane and Andy in Florida. If they watch this, they'll know who they are. Diane and Andy, they're in their 60s. And when I tell you, they have not missed a beat in almost 3 years.
That's awesome.
And I'm being serious. They have not missed a class. If we have to reschedule, they'll work with us, but they have not missed a class. And it's so fascinating. So yeah, it's been a ride, man. It's been a ride, but I'm on it. Fall off, baby.
You know, it's interesting that you would say that. You know, my clientele, the majority of my clientele, I would venture to say, I have some in the 30s. I have a few babies. So when you show up to my class and you're in your 20s, you become my baby, right? When then I have some in the 30s. But the majority of my clients, we are in our 40s, 50s, and 60s. And the one thing that I've learned, I found, what it brought to my mind when you mentioned your consistent clients is that I think the older you get, the more you realize how important staying active and physical is.
Yes.
Yeah, and so the older you get, your routines are a little bit more intact, right? I find that my older clientele, they are more consistent.
Absolutely.
Than the younger one. You know.
Okay, go ahead.
Go ahead, Nikki.
Now I was like feeling it because most of my students are older than I am. So because their schedules are different, the children are grown. They have more freedom. They don't have to work the late hours as much because they have seniority most of the time. So I didn't think it was going to be like that. But I remember when I started working at the gym, Marie was like, all right, don't expect all your friends to come to class. Like, don't. because people have things to do. Like my friends are busy. They got kids, you know, they got work, they have all kinds of things to do. So most of the people that come to class are over 50
Yeah.
for the most part.
Yeah. Yeah. And when you talk about the consistency part of it, it's very interesting when, and granted, I'm gonna put myself in this category too. When it comes to consistency, that is one of the most difficult words. Consistency. That is one of the most difficult words because you have to be in it to win it, regardless. No matter what's going on, you got to be like, hey, I'm doing, like when we had our in-person classes, we was like, at 7 o'clock on this day, I have to be here. And it was a consistent thing. You, no matter what, you had to be there, right? Because you're the one opening it up. You're the instructor. You're the one that have to start it. Because when these people come to this class and they pay for it, they love you, they support you, they want the best for you. But at the end of the day, I paid my money.
Hello?
Get your tail up on the front. Get your tail up there. Come on, instruct this class. I mean, do y'all know what I'm saying?
I do. Time is money.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's get this on.
Yeah.
So put my beans on the stove. Let's get it to
Right. Yeah. And then, you know, sometimes the younger people, they don't realize, they really just don't understand the importance. You know, it's like when you're young, when stuff is new, you know, it's you're young, you're new, it's all fresh, it all looks good and stuff like that. But as you begin to age a little bit, as it begin to get a little older,
that
you begin to realize you got to put a little bit more care into it, right? And then if you don't put no care in, oh, it's gonna be rusty and toe down. You know what I mean? That's how our bodies are.
I'm telling you.
grab it hard.
Listen, when I couldn't do, I promise y'all, when I couldn't do 20 push-ups without feeling horrible, without feeling like, oh my God, I can't believe I can't do 20 push-ups. When that happened, I knew something had to change. I knew.
And you're a vet too, so that's like I would feel crazy if I came. What were you in the Army? Were you in the Army?
Oh yeah.
So,
I would get, my PT test would be like 280. I never got 300, but it would be like 280, 75 push-ups, 80 something sit-ups. I would run like 14 minutes. My fastest run was like 12 minutes, 2 miles in 12 minutes.
ooh.
That was my fastest run. Yeah, girl, I was hit. But my thing is this. I do have a question. With you two being married, how has it been for you guys as the pandemic really strengthened your relationship? I can only imagine so. Now, I'm sure your people are around you somewhere. I can't relate to that.
I can honestly say I don't think that it has. I think everything has pretty much been the same for me. I will say that being home more, I'm able to see my family more, my husband more, and stuff like that, and I enjoy that. You know, I work a lot. I work really long hours. Sometimes from 8 in the morning to I can be up sometimes to midnight, 2 o'clock in the morning. And sometimes my husband would just come and sit with me. You know what I mean? And that's not what it wasn't as common when it wasn't COVID. When I was teaching my classes like outside the home, a lot of days I wouldn't get home until 10, 11 o'clock. And so, I think COVID has worked in my favor in a lot of areas. And so for my relationship with my marriage, I wouldn't say that it's made it stronger or anything like that. I just think that it's just been kind of like the same.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So you haven't changed, which is a good thing sometimes. Mm-hmm. Like it hasn't really shaken anything up, which is good.
Not negative. I mean, I wouldn't say, oh, wow, it has made our marriage much stronger. I don't feel that way. I just feel like, we've been good. We've been just like, going with the flow.
Yeah. What about you, Nikki?
I think it's helped us work better together as partners. You know, we're he's a Capricorn, I'm a Scorpio, and
Capricorns. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
y'all are like on point. Like we have this to do, you stay on task, let's get this done, and let's move on. And
I'm a little different.
I'm like, oh, you must be at the end of your Capricorn sign.
I am January 6th. I don't know where that is.
Oh no, my husband's January the 4th. So like he's
Wait a minute. I'm organized chaos.
See, but I'm like consistently consistent. So I'm like, all right, I'll get it done, and then I'll go chill and forget about it. And then I'll be like, oh, I got to do this. And he's like, well, what happened to that? So we're trying to get our partnership together. So that has been helped. Like the pandemic has helped us get our partnership together. For him, he works at home. He's a barber, and our shop is in the basement. So he's been kind of like a stay-at-home dad as far as like he's been excellent with helping with school and making sure the youngest one is getting his work done, and he's, you know, taking care of all of his assignments. And that has been a huge help because I'm gone most of the time. So that has been working out well. You know, the balance has been a lot better. Yeah.
That's what's up. I think that's really good. What the pandemic has done for me is allowed me to really focus inward, right? Instead of on the outside. It's you focus on who I really am without any attachment. And that's something that I personally needed. I needed to focus on Jonas without the influence of another party. Now, granted, when that happens, it happens. I'm not in a rush for that to happen. But when it does happen, it will, because what I've learned with this pandemic, when it comes to dating, they want it. And I'm not the type of dude. I'm a slow cook. I'm a slow cooker. I am not. No, you're not
just jumping in like that.
No, you're not gonna get microwave from me.
Yeah.
Either you're gonna take time to figure out who I am and learn who I am, or you're gonna move on. It's millions of people out here. I'm not stressed over you.
Right. Hello.
So, yo, I'm like this. I'm a good-looking man. I got money.
Hello.
I got my own place. I got all of that. So if you don't find value in that, you can take your hind part somewhere else. Go find somebody else.
Hey, hold up. Kiana talking about don't be out there just giving it up. Hey.
Man, I'm telling you, no, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. And that's what I've learned and I've seen with this dating thing again, especially in this pandemic world. You know, we're not able to go out to bars or lounges or restaurants like we used to. So my interaction is social, and I'm not feeling that. I mean, social media. I'm not feeling that. I don't like it. I would rather go out and meet you in a natural form, in a way where we can see each other face to face. I would rather do that, honestly. So,
have you done online dating?
Yeah, I don't like it.
Online dating, you don't like it?
Huh?
I say online dating, you say you don't like it?
I don't like it. I can't stand it. I cannot stand it. My thing is this, right? I'll give y'all an example. Somebody reaches out to me, hey, how are you, blah, blah. Number one, I don't get the verbiage. The verbiage confuses me. Sup? What's up? Yo, hi. Hey. It's like, is that how you really come? If you saw me face to face, hi.
So this is Lonnie just turned 4. We just had a birthday party for her.
Oh, hey, happy birthday.
They say happy birthday. Have y'all noticed that the kids that have been on my lap keep progressing? They keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
I noticed that. It's a gradual growth. But yeah, right. So I noticed that, and I don't like it. It's just like, if you're gonna reach out or you're gonna say something to me, speak. Hey, how's your day going? Good morning. I hope you have a great day. Something. Maybe I'm old. Maybe it's something that I'm used to, but this hey, and you don't, and I respond, and there's no follow-up. People don't know how to talk anymore. People don't know how to engage you, because I give you energy that you give me.
Or you could tell when people don't know how to have a conversation, the first thing they go to is sex, or the second thing they go to is sex. Like when you can't hold a conversation, you just jumping on sex. Like, what do you like? Talk. What's going on in your life? What are you looking forward to? What do you want to do with yourself? Where do you want to live? Do you want to travel? Like, I'm so glad I don't have to date right now. Whew.
Wait a minute. The first message is an inappropriate picture. Delete.
See, that's an instant block. I know I ain't out there, but that would be an instant block, delete, erase.
I'm like this. I'm not in that game. So take me out, coach. Take me out.
Do you have a favorite site that you use? Do you have a favorite site? Do you have a favorite site, and do the guys change based on the site that you're using, like the type of guy?
No, not necessarily. It's not like a favorite anything, to be honest. It's not a favorite anything, because at the end of the day, I look at it as my choice. You know what I'm saying?
Not like the site. The site.
The site?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
depending on the site. Depending. Oh, wait, what? I can't come off the
Kiana. That's right. I don't have time to date because these people out here crazy. I'm out. I cannot. I don't have the patience. I'm glad I'm married, because y'all be singing the blues, man.
And here's the thing. I have a friend. She told me that she's been single over 7 years, I think. Over 7 years. And I said this, the way it's going, that's gonna be me. Because you know I'm super picky, man. I can't allow someone to come into my life without me really, really knowing who they are. Because it's number one, I still have a business with Rico. And because me and Rico's situation is different, that don't mean that the love is gone, or that don't mean that I can't still be a business partner with him. You know what I'm saying? It just takes two mature people to understand where you are and what to do with that. And if you need to take personal therapy for yourself, go do that. Go do it, okay? But at the end of the day, whoever comes into my lane, they need to know it all. This is what's going on. This is what's going on. That's what's going on. If confidence is that low that you cannot handle it, go on about your business, man. I don't have time for drama. Where you been? I'm not that type of person. I'm a chill person. Don't mess with me like that, because I will say, you know what? Yeah, this is not working.
Time to go.
Peace.
Have you found that, like, while you've been dating during the pandemic, have you run across that type of situation?
No, because nobody has gotten that far.
Okay.
Nobody has gotten that far. No.
That's what
It's been quick. It's been quick. We'll go out on a date, chat a few times, probably go out on another date, and then it fades away. And I'm good with that. Let it fade away. Go ahead, because if it's gonna fade that quickly and that easily, just imagine if we start talking.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, no, man, I don't need that. If you're really interested in me, or if I'm really interested in you, it will happen. It will happen. But at the end of the day, I'm tripping about that, man.
But so in dealing with dating, the pandemic, right?
Go ahead. Here you go, 2020.
Has it been a good thing? Has it been a not so good thing? Like,
I don't like it. Like I have not. Well, let me take that back. I have found one guy that's become a friend, you know what I'm saying? And it's really cool. I would say that. And that's been that was like over a year now. And we text, and it's really cool because he's become a really cool person. But other than anybody else, no. Number one, I don't really let people come to my house. Number one. Number two, I'm super picky. I can't help it. I'm super picky. I know my type. And my friend, one of my friends gets on me talking about colorism.
Wait, hold up. So I don't think that's colorism.
You know, listen, I have a type, and I'm sorry.
No, now, it's colorism when you say I don't date Black women.
Oh yeah. I get what you're saying.
You gotta just say I like. Okay, for instance, I like dark skinned guys. I've always liked dark skinned guys. It ain't like I don't like light skinned guys as people, as human beings. I just always prefer darker men. I think it's colorism when you put someone else down and say, okay, I like this, but y'all are trash. Like, why we gotta be trash?
Yeah, I don't do that. I don't do that. Yeah. I've never done that. But the thing of, like I said, I'm super picky, but I've become open. I'm not gonna lie. I've become open. I've been able to be like, okay, let me open my brain because I may be missing the next one. I'm not, because of where my head is. But at the end of the day, I know what I like. I mean, I don't like lima beans. I'm not gonna I don't like lima beans, so I'm not gonna eat them. Yuck.
Would you ever use a matchmaker? Like on Married at First Sight or something?
Never thought about that. Never thought about that. I don't want a friend to match me up at all. Don't do that. I don't know.
Not a friend, professional.
You. I know. That too. I never thought about it. Honestly, never thought about it. Never thought about it because it's just something when you really can't get out and do what you want to do. And it's just like, where you gonna go? Right? Either somebody's gonna have to come to somebody's house.
It's getting warm out. It's getting warm out now. So
well, that's true.
It's getting
that's
warm.
True. We can go to a park. That's true. I don't know. You said what?
Way to get you a matchmaker.
Man, please. I'm trying to pay off debt.
I know that's right.
I'm trying. Man, please. I do not your matchmaker. I didn't just pay it off another debt that I had. I'm getting Jonas together in the meantime. If somebody great, but I'm not fighting for it.
I think people show up in your lives when they're supposed to. So
yeah,
I wouldn't worry about it.
They do.
So what do you guys predict the next 6 months will be? In the fitness realm, the next 6 months, what do you predict? Now, of course, the pandemic hit. We just had to go with the flow, and we've been riding this wave for the last year. Mm-hmm. So what is your prediction on where you think we'll be in 6 months?
I think outside classes, we'll see people again. Mm-hmm. Especially if you decide to go outside, we'll see people again. And we'll see people that we have not seen because they've been hermits and they've been quarantined, and it's gonna be like the Wiz Brand New Day. It's gonna be like that.
Yeah.
When they were coming out the clothes and they looking, it's gonna be like that. And that's where I see it. I see more activity in the city, more activity, in different places, but I don't see it being 100%. I don't see that. I don't see it lasting, I don't see it being a sustain.
Do you think that all of the, that we're going to find that a lot of the fitness instructors, let's just specifically say in our area, are we going to find that all of a sudden, many of the fitness instructors are going to be trying to host or hosting outside classes, trying to pull people together and trying to get their clients back engaged.
Absolutely. I think honestly, in the next 6 months, for myself, I'm going back outside. I already told my students if it's 65 or higher, we'll be outside. So I think there'll be a lot of
Same.
outdoor classes. I think that a lot of people are I know a lot of people are getting the vaccine. They can say what they want on the news, but I know a lot of people that have already gotten it or plan on getting it. So I think that's going to make a difference. And I honestly believe that by October, November, the gyms will be probably at 75 to 80% back. Because I think a lot of people are going to take advantage of the vaccine, and I think they'll feel comfortable with being around people indoors by fall. By the fall or the winter, I think it'll be not normal, but people will be easing back into it. But spring, summer, we're gonna be outside. The
Yeah.
events will be outside. I think everything is gonna be outside.
2022. I've been saying it. I feel 2022 is when things are going to have some form of normal. I mean, we're attempting it, but I really feel like in 2022 we're gonna see, okay, now we're getting back to normal. I feel that. I don't feel like it's gonna be this year.
No, not this year.
No.
Yeah.
So with the FedEx field being shut down, right? Where are people going to teach these outdoor classes?
I'm gonna be outside for less.
Are you?
Yeah, fitness for less.
You gonna be out here?
Yeah, fitness for less.
But you only got 2 spots, Clinton and Bowie.
Bowie.
And Bowie. Okay.
I work at the Bowie location.
Okay, I thought you was gonna be out here in Clinton. Okay.
No, so when I left FedEx Field, when they shut everything down at FedEx Field and the gym started opening back up, I just started teaching my classes outside because I wanted to keep my space at the gym. I didn't want to lose my slot. So I went back to the gym and I was teaching outdoors. And then they have the big awning out front. So we were out front. Even if it was raining, we could still be out front as long as it's warm outside. So,
that's good. We're trying to find a spot, but we don't know yet. We're trying to find somewhere to be outside. And we're looking into, because we had the big Bose speaker. So we're looking into portable Bluetooth speakers.
JBL. I'm getting a JBL.
Or a JBL?
Yeah, they have a smaller one at BJ's, but I found one on Amazon that I'm going to get, I think, next month. I have a wireless one, but I want a bigger one. I want a louder speaker. Bose is my favorite. I love Bose, but I'm not.
Awesome.
I'm not spending that. I mean, I wear the headphones and everything, but I'm not spending $1,000.
Bose is expensive.
It is.
Bose expensive. But yeah. So I'm really hoping to go outside. Let me. What about you, Sharita? Are you going outside or are you staying online?
I will do some pop-up classes, but I will stay virtual. And in full transparency, I don't know if I will ever go back to regular classes. I think that my platform will remain virtual. I think that I will have pop-up classes, and we will have events. We have it on the schedule to do like Homecoming 3 this year. But I don't think that I'll ever go back into a building.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Well,
yeah, I think I'll keep it virtual. I mean, I've learned like I don't have to have all that travel time. It's like 45 minutes there, 45 minutes back.
Yeah, that's a lot.
It will take I find it to be so much more convenient. And I wanted to kind of end on this note with asking, like, do you feel like the pandemic has helped or hurt you? So for me, I feel like the pandemic has helped me. I don't feel like it has hurt me at all in the fitness arena. It has definitely made me look at things from a different perspective. And it has helped me, number one, adapt to change, which I find that I do very well. Just my upbringing. Sometimes you just don't have a choice. You're going to either adapt or you're going to fail, right?
Yeah, sink or swim.
Right. And so I feel like it's helped me. I feel like it's helped me um, expand my vision, and just give me a different outlook on my ability to reach and help others through a virtual platform and not having to constantly be in each other's presence. So for me, I will give the pandemic a thumbs up in the realm of my ability to remain consistent. So, what about you guys, Nikki? I'll let you go first. What would you say? Help or hurt?
It's helped me as far as fitness. It's definitely helped me learn different techniques, learn how to be a better instructor, learn how to communicate with my students more. Like it's definitely been a help and uh, a great lesson for me to grow with, to grow through.
Wow, that's good. I think it's helped. It's helped. 2020 was actually pretty good for me. I, I mean, to be honest, it was financially and all of that. It was so. Is it to it's hurt because we are face-to-face instructors. We are face-to-face class, right? And I get it from you all standpoint as far as Sharita's standpoint as far as not going back to a class. I definitely get that. Look, Francis says she's not going back either as a student. But I definitely get that. But me, I thrive on in person. I love being able to see somebody in person. So with that, it hurt that way. But as far as helped, it allowed us to think outside the box. It pushed us to think outside the box. It didn't allow. It was a push.
Yeah.
You got no choice but to do this, right? So with that's how it's done for me. Real quick before we go, what do you all think? Now this is gonna get into somewhat of a nitty gritty right here. All right, so what do you all think about where we are right now? I'm really trying to phrase this right.
Come on, Jonas.
Where we are right now, right? The pandemic, all of that, and with us, especially you and me, Sharita, having all of these years, all of this, where we are right now. What do you all think about instructors having events and hiding your time, your effort, everything under the umbrella of a fundraiser? And I'll mention this. So I don't mind certain instructors. I don't mind coming and doing it and giving my time. Find it. But after so long, I would just use the get down. We got to the point where it's just like, okay, when y'all gonna pay me for this? You know, I mean, now mind you, like granted, Sharita, whenever you call, we right there. You already know that. But I'm not gonna say everybody, and I'm not trying to alienate anyone. Everybody who knows where I'm speaking from understand what I'm trying to say. Because after a while, it gets to the point where it's just like, all right, this is a business for me. And you pulling me, you wouldn't pull Beyonce and not pay her. You wouldn't pull Ledisi and not pay her. You wouldn't pull somebody that does this on their own and not pay them. When does that happen? When does it get to the point where we like, all right, if you want my time, you're gonna have to pay for my time.
Right.
Can I go since I'm the youngest? Not the youngest, but I'm the baby in the group.
This is a little controversial.
So I would say that for me, since I'm just
that's right, Kiana.
Yeah. Right. For me, I'm just getting started. So if Darren or whoever asks me to come through, I'm like, yes, let's go, because I need that exposure. And number one, I was always the type of student that would try to go to every event anyway. So I'm more than likely going to be there anyway. And then secondly, like to me, it's like an honor, because you think I'm dope enough to come be on your stage? Cool. You ain't got to pay me. But like I said, I've only been doing this for a few years. So I understand what you're saying. But when I was at FedEx Field and I had Catrice, I had Bella, I had Nunu come through. Did I have anybody else? I don't know. But whoever I had come through, I gave them, what I would get like for like a regular class. It
See,
wasn't
but
a whole.
that's the difference, though. That's the difference. You did that. You know what I'm saying? As far as a thank you, some instructors don't do that.
Yeah,
Even give you a thank you. And now, if you gave a thank you, it's fine because Sharita, you've done that before, and it's like, hey, all my instructors, thank you so much.
Marnell gave me a thank you when I came out that Friday. So I get what you're saying, but yeah, like I said, I'm new, so I need all the exposure I can get. So I'll jump on anybody's stage. I don't care.
Look, I ain't trying to step on nobody's toes, but hey.
Yeah. I guess it
go ahead, Sharita. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
So I think it's situational, right? So when I've hosted fundraisers, I don't take a penny. Everything that is received is donated. And so when I've done fundraisers, I may have like maybe a thank you gift or something. Sometimes I will, sometimes I won't. And sometimes, and I don't think I've ever given out money for fundraiser. Now, if it's an event that I am looking to make a profit, then I pay everybody for their services. If you're an MC, you're paid for your services, DJ or whatever, guest instructor, you're paid. But I get it, Jonas, and I think that the answer and the approach for me would be upfront. Before I commit to anything, is this paid or is this non-paid? And then at that point, I can make my decision on whether I'm attending or not attending, based on that question. So, but I do get it. And I've seen where instructors have posted, listen, if you're not paying me, don't ask me. Right? Instructors post that. Like, if you're not paying me to attend or whatever. Now, have I attended? I've attended many events, whether they're fundraisers, whether they're for-profit, or what have you, and I have not received any monetary payment. But it's not that I went into it looking for it either. And if I expected it, I would communicate that up front. If I do something 9 times, well, I'm not even gonna say 9 times out of 10, 10 times out of 10, I'm doing it to be supportive of you and what you're doing and what you're trying to accomplish. So a lot of times that is my, I'm just here to support you, whether you give me something or not. But, again, Jonas, back to you, because if you got other things going on that is going to bring in income, then whether that's paid or not, it's going to determine whether I'm going to be showing up. I love you. I support you, and I'm here from you. And I may even make a donation. I may even send you a few dollars, but
that's right.
The fact that you're not compensating me, I can't dedicate the 2 hours, the 3 hours, the 4 hours out of the day that it's going to take for you to participate in this event. I just can't give you that. Because when you think about travel time, and they want you there 30, 45 minutes early. And when you think about having to sit through the event, you may only have 3 to 4 songs. You may only have a 15-minute window, but the event is 2 hours. And then and sometimes especially a lot of instructors on here that have worked with me, they may know that I become like, yes, I can come, but I need to leave. I have a 30-minute window, or I need to leave by this time because my schedule is really busy. So if you can accommodate me and accommodate my schedule, I'm more than willing to come and support you. But if you can't, I'm sorry, I can't come.
I didn't think about the gifts. Like Darren does gifts too. Yeah, it's not always monetary, but I see what Kiana's saying. Like, there are certain instructors that will draw a big crowd, and most of the people are probably there to see, a couple instructors that they really like. So I understand, but even when I'm in a fundraiser event, when I'm a part of a fundraiser event, I still give a donation or I still pay for a ticket because I want to support whoever the person is, whatever the fundraiser is for. So
I've been a part of those. I've been a part of some where when this is when like me and Rico was just like we was big shit. You know what I'm saying? We were like popping, you know, and it was just like Jonas and Rico, we want y'all to come, and we would go, and we draw numbers, but it's like, okay, we leave empty-handed. Not even a new participant. Now I understand.
Bottle of water. They give you a bottle of water.
Gave us water, but it's just like even when you leave and you have a new participant, or you have two participants, that's great, you know, because you just gained a new participant, a new follower. Right. But back in the day, we've experienced that, and I was like, all right, okay, this is enough. This is enough. We gotta stop giving away our time for free.
Yeah,
I'm doing that because at the end of the day, whether it's you feeding me, whether you're giving me a gift bag or something, it's great. But at the same time, don't use me. You know, like Kiana said, it's like don't use me to draw your people. Don't use me. So
I think we can have a conversation on fundraisers and events.
You know what?
Talk about that.
You know what? When D come on.
Yeah, you can talk about that. That's our next guest. Our next upcoming guest is D of Booty Bounce Fitness out of VA. He is one of the best that have ever put together a fitness platform. I think I've utilized a couple of his songs, routines that I really, really enjoy. So shout out to D of Booty Bounce Fitness. We look forward to having you on. Yes. And so how do we want to end this, y'all, about the pandemic? Jonas, this is for you, the pandemic. You say it's been good for you. Give me 2 to 3 goals that you have to help with the Get Down or whatever your the platform that you have to be successful over the next 6 months.
All right, in the next 6 months, number one, personal goal. I'm gonna add in me. We give you 2 Get Downs and 1 personal.
Okay.
I'm getting my I'm really getting my credit together. I'm not ashamed to say that. I'm getting my credit together because I'm leading towards purchasing a home soon. I'm not gonna say soon, but that's the goal. Number 2, really want to get more engagement virtually with the Get Down, because we are going to eventually go outside, but also if things don't open up, we may be back in the house again. So really want to get my virtual platform up and running more. And number 2, just want to stay more engaged with our clientele. And that's one thing that I learned from you, Sharita. You stay engaged with your people. So that's one thing I'm pulling from you, because I want to see them more. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm doing in the next 6 months.
Awesome. What about you, Nikki?
The next 6 months, my focus is to be on getting my gear together, my dance gear together, building my clientele, working on getting my girls back that were coming to the gym, sending out more messages, and being more consistent with building my brand.
Yeah, okay. Awesome. And then again, so the vote is the pandemic has helped. It has not been all bad. It has actually helped.
Pretty much. Right. Now that we come to that conclusion, it's helped.
It's helped.
I think my just getting over the, I guess, is it survivor's remorse, or I don't know what the term is, but just not like, I understand that so many people have lost family members, and so many people have passed away. Over 500,000 people have passed away. So like it's hard to be like, yeah, the pandemic has been great for me, but it's like, so many people are suffering due to the pandemic. So that's the hard thing.
Yeah. Well, this has been an awesome topic. we're 1 year in. I'm glad that we will be able to just solidify this, put this on our page, and in 6 months we'll be able to reflect, look back when we have our 6-month follow-up on how we're doing 18 months in to the pandemic. Have y'all gotten vaccinated?
I'm waiting on the VA.
You waiting? I have not, and I'm still thinking about it. Yeah,
you should do it.
I wasn't going to, and then it started growing on me. Then I keep seeing some of my friends that are, they've been vaccinated already, or they got their first shot. So the more people I see that really don't trust the government get it, like I know people that are super woke, they hotep all of this, but they still got the shot. So
that's a conversation. The hotep is a conversation. I would love to have that.
Well, listen, and then for any instructor that is watching or may watch this this video, whether new, old, whatever, as you can see, we have been in this fitness room different time spans. But I just want to say, be encouraged. And I also want to say, if there's something that's on your heart that you want to do in the fitness realm, you can definitely start out with virtual, try pop-up classes, but don't give up. As you heard Jonas say, they took a break. It's been October since they've actually really been having their classes. But guess what? Although he feels like he's starting from the very beginning after being in this game for over 10 years, he's doing it. Why? Because that's what his heart desires. That's what his heart is leading him to do. And here you go. You have Nikki, who is really new to fitness, but she's found a way to remain relevant. She's found a way to remain connected. And so sometimes when life tragedies or situations happen, we don't know what direction to go. And what I would say is find your own lane, right? Find a path, sit down, write out a plan, what it is that your heart desires, and don't be afraid to try. As long as you try, you will never fail. Okay? So I guess that will wrap up the common denominator. What was it? The pandemic edition?
Yes, and up next will be D from Booty Bounce Fitness.
Listen, you guys, thank you for joining. Thank you for watching. And for those of you that aren't a part of the Common Denominator Facebook group, please join. Please join. We'll love to have you.
Yeah.
That's it.
All right.
Peace.